And I am on. Thank you for tuning in with Enchantress. It's me, the Babbler. It is me on this revolutionary ride of an upper. It's switching it up a little bit, guys. Okay, so whatever. All of these messages are timeless. Okay, so whenever you are here, it's because you are meant to be here. Okay, at the time that you're meant to be here. You know, the me, jelly beans, right? Okay, so but as in my right now space, we are in a July 2020 place of a new moon, rare new moon too, for it is a double new moon this month. New moon in Cancers again? What does this mean, my friend? Right, we are going to dive in. Give this a little bit of an economical spin, for it has taken me quite some time to meet you here in this space. Elevate. Yes. I might be taking pauses and breaks, and I'm going to get into this cosmic space. But we are protected in this space. Thank you for joining me here. If you are here, you know what I mean, jelly beans. So we are here. This is a safe space for us to connect. Okay? Any entity, spirit, being, whatever kind of it, a thing that I wouldn't like if I felt or knew, will immediately receive whatever alchemical seed that it is that they need. But whatever it is that they're trying to seed and bring, you cannot enter this space with some toxic stench, nor infiltrate this alchemical system. But this is divinely orchestrated. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm in a schmood today. I'm always high-vibing, so don't misconstrue and do not believe to ever interpret for me anything that you think you perceive. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? You know what I mean? Okay. Either way, I'm happy to be here today. And so we're gonna breathe into this space. Because we're so thankful. We're so grateful. Right? For days, I have been just writing things that have come to my mind for this video that I'm doing now at this now time, right? And the reason I was writing was because it took me a while to hit record. Might have been the longest one, guys. And so I didn't want to lose the momentum of the feeling, of the vibe, of the message at this time. And I wrote down so many things. Take what resonates. Let go what does not. Either way, this is quantum evolution at its alchemical finest. Right? Humorific too. Because here in this space of the place, divinely orchestrated too, we are free to be all that we are in reaching our highest potential of selves. Thus far, conscious we are. All right. So, we are experiencing, at least astrologically so, challenging aspects that might like to appear to influence us in grander ways, because the energy is so easy to tap into, because the energy of things that already exist. And what I mean by things that already exist prior to your shift of this that you think you perceive or understand yourself, you think you be, it's not a skin disease, that's an illusion, okay? But please, stay with me. You are free to believe however you want. Take what resonates and let go what does not. Okay? And sometimes let go, no, all the time, okay? Let go. Let go. And the examples that I'm giving are something for you to just take what resonates. The experience is not going to always be the same. You'll be like, oh no, she got it wrong in every kind of way, or in some kind of way, like, no. Let's feel are real. But we gotta go in, okay? And there's always a catalyst spin that has to breathe life into your awakening even more. Even me, portal door. I learn forevermore. Student is I. Activated long time ago, since I've been situated here on this earthly domain. I'm just like, spaceship left me a long time ago a day, and they were supposed to come pick me up one a day. And and here we are. Right. There's a lot of things taking a butt out of crime. Oh, a lot of things are happening at this time. Right. New moons are excellent times to plant, seed, water, breed things into creation. So, when we are in a rocky United Nations, right, where there's on the 3D plane, lots of feedings to already conditioned realities that have been spoon-fed to each of us to be perceived as the only thing we know to perceive, because when we were born in this land, they told you everything that you is and you are, and the rules that you have to play by far. You were conditioned from the start. You didn't come into this realm creating, although that's up for debating, because yes, we are to be creating, which is why I'm trying to keep you from yourself at this time, so that you don't dive in and you don't create new spins, so that you can keep this cyclic shit still existing, right? And so they know the astronomy is right? And so they feed only what they want you to see, receive, rewind if you have to at this time. Poetry is kind. Told you I was schmoody this time. Like my grandma used to say, better late than never. This time, anyways. Right, so you come out your mama's vagina, and then they tell you everything. And then you are allowed to resonate with all the stuff that is told so bold to you that that's the only line of truth you think you do. And part of the conditioning and the habits and the behaviors and the patterning, right? No matter what walk of life each of us are on, we're still inhabiting this 3D plane. You know what I'm saying? Right. So we're closer than we realize. You know what I'm saying? Right. Right. Take your time, okay? Time is but only a little illusion. And if you're not into the babble, there are plenty of other YouTubers on here on this land that are great, man. Oh my goodness, I love to spread love because that's what I do. Even when nobody else does that too. There's been a mind perception in that too. Mind perception. Mind shift of a perception. Thanks to my daughter's detection. And for our cosmic quantum elevation, the evolution that exists between our polarities in a challenging bridge that we are called upon to work together with this fiery smirk of a rebirth, of a creation, right? Oof. Protected are our children. They could only get in through the cracks. And the more that you deny the truth that exists inside, the bigger the crack you create. It's not up for debate. Believe what you want. No matter what placement you come from, whatever background you think you are on, right? You're all singing the same damn freaking song. This is a song that never ends. Just to go on and on. When people started singing it, and they continue singing it forever just because. Right, my daughters. Lamb chop, right? That's the song that just came to mind at this time. Do you see the cycles of life, how they unfold before us, and then woe to the one that thinks for themselves? Because who also is visiting no one in Cancer during this cataclysmic time of Saturn also giving it shine. We got Neptune in the house without a doubt. Hey, okay. Neptunian, a muse of inspiration influencing our environment of Cancerian focus. Focus, okay, sit up straight. Sit up straight. No one in Cancer. For the lovers taking off. Ooh. The lovers. See, I see this true lover embrace. And intuitive is the way that I always like to go. That is not up for debate. Although I interpret in many various ways, take what resonates. Remember, there are many energies filtering here through. There will be something in here your ears will perk up to when you hear the thing that is for you, and you'll be like, ooh, that's for you. You're stand up on your arms, and you just like, you just got the percolate. You know? Honest is these seeds we sow, subliminal. Yeah. Right. No one in Cancers. Lovers embrace some kind of decision being made today that's taking off into the ethers because it's felt inside. That is something we cannot deny. And that is the awakening of this life at this time, right? These new moon, double new moon, like, whoa, let's get back to the family dynamics, the roots, the foundation. Today, 7/20/2020. I even wrote down, that was the other thing. It equates to, when you reduce it down to a single digit, right? It equates to the number 4. 4, building solid foundations. But unconsciously seated roots. Do you see the implications of that? We are not going to pollute the cycle of harmonic time that other oppressors do not want to exist at this time. And it's just like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Or this creation of life. Saturn's goal for us is always to be the best version of me. You see the highest potential that I can reach on these planes, and it might go with some like pain in the ass. Right. We are reminded at this time to always seek Saturn's wise lesson for ourselves at this time with gratitude. Oh yeah. I'm Tinkerbell. Happy Mermaidlicious. Spicy. Fire in me. The one thing that I have learned through my journey, stop the freaking resisting against the hierarchy of the creations that are the already vortex vibrations and sensations and habits and creating dominant forces of energy happening in existence. You don't even know. We don't even know. A long time. I've been saying since I was little, I'm ancient. What the hell does a little girl know what ancient means? I used to say, what are the meanings of these things? I used to say words. And I'm like, I used to call my family tyrants. Like, what's a tyrant? Wanda, Jennifer, we're here. The statement made so clear. Went into the 3D, my dear. It's fighting battles since here. Making me doubt my own believers, systems. Hey. Hey. Because the world is a way to lead by example. To shoot for your dreams and reach for the stars and transform and transmute anything by heart and love. I'm not gonna get emotional. Breathe. That's part of this too, you see, our evolutionary upgrade. Maybe if I back to my notes because I use this for a reason and I go into my babbling, channeling, and then I don't read anything on the paper and then I do it again. I'll still share, but like, you know what I mean? Like, I gotta do it again. Honestly. Right. Also, to believe that there's just a system, a dying breed that is clenching the very last. Cracking bone, I hear. Cracking bone, cracking bone. Old. Cracking bone. Weekly. Right. Right. Gripping with all their weight. I'm trying to hold tight. Trying to take a bite. Weakling is right. I'm just making sure this wasn't on mute the whole freaking entire time because then that was like, hey. Right. Sage from my pampery. Okay, so make sure that you check her out, please, because I love her. Galactic leaves, success and abundance inside her. As I speak of her, she's a gorgeous little angelic seed. You know what I mean? Okay. Lighter, please. Right. That's what I'm looking for. No, okay. What up? Out of the vagina you came out? And then out of the vagina, you all come out. Ow! Hey! Hey! I just got checked. Let me behave and be my best version of channeling. Hey! Sage in this place. All over the place. Because sometimes there's visitors that just spies. The evil vibes. It's the facts of life. Make yourself a bigger fat cactus. Like that. Quickly. Right? Be nice. Right. I like this little galactic background thingy. It makes me feel even more so galactic. Isn't that fantastic? To celebrate and be you and know you and rocking you, vibing you. This is true no matter what is going on outside, and no matter how others may make you feel at this time, to sit in your own rise and reign. This will feel so good, this evolutionary upgrade. That's what I keep saying. For building our foundations, right? I'm gonna read some of my notes. Evolution of no longer feeling stuck in the past, in a place that is up to you now to replace. Building solid foundations on consciously seated roots. That means you don't build no more or create no pollute, because the line in truth is you. And when you align in truth and you know better, you do better. And if you don't do better, then that is also a choice too, a revelation to you about the seed of a breed that you be. On that too, please, but we're as real as you can be as exposed. It's always going to be that bold, spoken folk, like a Hitler kind of thing that's going to come out and be like, ah, hero, look at me. Be that then. Don't hide. Justice is here at this time, and the energies don't lie, and it's getting stronger, guys. So believe, I understand the challenging seas, because they're gonna gripe, come at you too, please. In every which kind of way, the triggers are gonna come up in every kind of way, and that is kind of like, now it's time, right here, now it's time to put into practice what one has learned that aligns with your now. What do you mean? Because I got some of the things that I got going on from behind the things that requires me to behave and act in this kind of way. What can I say? I gotta still do what I gotta do. This is what I gotta do until I can transition now and transmute this process system, but a conscious I to not participate in the energetic level of that I. How do I unbind this mind? Well, let's be real. Holy field. This is spirit's deal of a seal of a like epic pandemic. I'm just even hearing it now, and I'm like, ooh, child, because that's gonna have me going into my meditative power, because this is alignment for me too. We each have our own things that we are going through too, that we see that is strengthening our resolve so that we can be our utmost righteous. So what you have done past the day? It was part of your elevate, evolution. No more shame on your constitution. The fact that you work on yourself to get better, to rise, to know that there's something greater for you at this time, and you continue to align in that space or the space, no matter what occurs in between. You know what I mean? All the mistakes we can make and shame ourselves in that kind of way. We participate I cry for you. I cry for me too. Shame and our tears, it does not make you weak, my dear. It's okay to be this clear. For we trap many things within our being. We say if we don't release it. Why do you think it resides? Oh yes, inside. So these tears I cry, I release. That's all the time. To my impact out there. How long before you realized you were impacting up until that point of epiphany realization? How many energies, feelings that were unexplainable to you, but you felt them too, that you took on as you see the release of these things. How often we hide our feelings inside. To the moon, rise and shine. So this is your evolutionary upgrade. To hear everything that you say, know what you feel, get into that feel. This is your deal. You are a seed of a breed of something that is different. You're dope. It's not a joke. Maybe some of me. Yeah, so I was wrinkling the papers because I get so passionate. Growing up, I've always been passionate. And my passion has always been silenced, suppressed in some kind of way, because whenever I got passionate in some kind of way where it was uncomfortable for others to witness or to absorb, because feeling some more, no, we don't want to walk through that door. All right, let's slam the door shut. Where do you think it resides? Oh, dears, yes, it resides inside your heart. Until you're ready to deal with it at some later time. And know that that later time will come into play. Just play. If you are here, understand that the tower crumbles for the truth of all and the greater good of all. So if you're going through some major changes, Spirit got your back. I say spirit, you remember that. Who's spirit? I still say that. You should see some of the interesting energies of conversations I have had, and I have questioned my level of insanity. You know what I mean? But I had to go through those things, dive into that deep. All the episodes and channelings that have been happening to me since a small child prior to my mom passing away, and all the nights that she would stay up with me, walking me through the process. I didn't even freaking understand. And never did she make me feel crazy. You know? And we give birth to beautiful cosmic seeds, alien kind of breeds, children. Change everything. Do not allow for the spirit of fear to exist inside of you, for it is part of the manipulation too of the crack existing inside of you because of all the pain we have had to endure for generations and generations of just the people understanding a history that has been just fed to you. Something fast is coming, approaching. Here we are in terms of your happily ever after, your home life, this Cancer new moon, perfect time for you to reassess, to put into this manifest, this creation of the plant, the seed, the breed that you are watering now in your alignment of these kind of things. And Cancer brings us to this energy of addressing these things now. It's double pow. If you have a sun, moon, rising, Venus, Jupiter, guys, north, north, south here, Cancer energy in your chart, always seek Saturn's lesson, okay? This is the time now that we are activating, putting into practice the evolutionary part by being the disciple, disciplined of just that conduit of example, whatever it's called upon you to be for whatever it is that is part of your journey. Now that's where we are unique, you see. We connect on the energy of this high vibe being kind of thing, right? Starseeds of, you know, breaking these binds that have been institutionalized into our hives of a mind, of a perception, of a illusion that has created your cracks for you so that they can fill her up. That should be working, right? Be working on your cracks, on your healing, on your feeling, on your doing. That's why you're here. Is it part of you? Are you part of you too? Alright, but this keeps coming up too. Some like soulmate kind of like relationship energy too at this time. Right? Queen of Bronze, passion, right? Like fire energy too. Getting into that, planting that connectivity, that being just like the Queen of Bronze. Successful, abundant, spiritual, intuitive, sexy, right? This energy, this feminine energy, you know. We all have, and here we go, because you know I love to see through souls of how you have to ultimately be whole in your own right. You know what I mean? Before you go seeking externally all these things which you are accustomed to doing, because that is part of your conditioned confusing. You have been told to seek outside of yourself everything that you need. No wonder we are lost in this greed of a lack, of an attack, of a bite. Don't sell your soul. Mate. Right. I was saying Neptune is here, right? And what about that soon? To be a muse of inspiration, energetically providing this other vortex of energy that you can tap into. All you have to do is be cosmically aware of the portals that are out there of energies that exist, whether you are hip to it or not. You understand? It's not a hit or miss. It's not like it's behind door number 1 and door number 2 and door number 3. This is all intricately intertwined, guys. You're one and that goes deep. Intricately, how everything is happening simultaneously, past, present, future, you see. Or just the lines of how many dimensions of things that you are. It's all just a leveling of your consciousness and your awareness, you see. This is just the body, the temple that we embody at this time. Soul is having a human experience. What is a soul? Something that when I close my eyes and I think inside my mind and I'm like, who's talking this time? And it's just like, all right, well, that's the one that's alive even when I'm dead. Oh, get it? You fine? Right. Let me keep breathing. Inhale. Oh, yes, look, 4 of rods. Some kind of rooting, foundation, that home, a celebration, that planting. This is like the 11:11. Some people can call that a union of some sort. The divine masculine energies existing within you, the divine feminine energies existing in you, uniting and working harmoniously too. As within, exudes on out. What do you think that's going to be all about? As within, exudes on out. You will get everything in accordance to the thy will divine inside. You'll be like, oh, I do everything. I do everything. Law of attraction, manifestation. I write it down. I keep a journal. I meditate. I elevate. And blah, 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 blah. You sound like you're complaining to me. You sound like you're not flowing or glowing. But you be in your knowing. Application is what we saw. Energies, like a time to be attentive to one's honesty, your feel. So one may feel, deal, feel. Right? You know, Cancer, perfect home, family, emotional well-being, healthy intimacy. Healthy intimacy. Do you know that there's no reason for you to be toxic in a relationship unless you're toxic? What is respect? Rhetorical, please. You know, if you feel free to leave in the comments or something if you want, that's fine too. But I'm just, it's rhetorical, okay? What's important is that you know your own answers. You know what I mean? And understand that they get into the cracks of your system. So to be able to pluck out the crack or identify the crack, see the crack for what it is, and it gives you the opportunity now to clearly create for yourself whatever strategy, whatever plan of action that is going to work for you in order to begin the seeding, watering, breeding process, or to not do anything about it because you allow the feeling of being stuck because you can't see no way out from this lens of scope. That's only a cop-out. And what you're doing, if you choose to not participate in your evolutionary upgrade and try to like slack in that kind of way because you don't want to be accountable in some kind of way, you're not putting the work in. Because remember, I do a lot of like meetings and stuff like that, and I talk. But I know that there's like this hybrid brain that I call hybrid. These are just names that I give to the things so that I could communicate. Please take with it as it, like I say, what it means. Okay, like don't get so caught up in a labeling system because I don't follow no labeling system. There is no labeling system. That's just made up information to explain something so that we can communicate and have some kind of understanding of something that exists that we share in this perceived reality, right? But still, our take on whatever that is going to be individual. You know what I mean? So, like, you know, be conscious of these kind of things that you see. So, yeah. Neptune also here to be a means of inspiration by energizing into our atmosphere, our crown lighting, intuit sighting. So, intuition right now on some, wow, trust yourself. If you feel it inside, know that you may not have the answers at this time, but woo, your intuition is telling you something and it's time to pay attention. Do not ignore it anymore. Because you're only self-sabotaging and hurting yourself. And that's not witchcraft. That's just karmic whiplash. You get what I'm saying? Like, you sow and you create for yourself. So again, right? Like, you sow and create for yourself. So you do all the things right. But the way you got that you're feeling inside doesn't match the act that you do. This is why there's a lot of, you know, effed up people too. That they pretend in your face, but behind closed doors, they're just the enemy for real more. Like, you know, and that's what causes a lot of perceptions to get, you know, tainted. Because then you don't trust what you see because it's like, ooh, blasphemy, right? So discernment is needed, and this is where we are. Like, come on. No longer are you to deny inside what you know. You don't need to know. You don't need to know. You don't need the validation of the no anymore. Once you get real with how you feel. You don't need the proof either. And the proof shall be revealed. Believe. 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 That's the faith of the seed that you're going to have to muster out. That might be the delay that you think you see. Never look at it like a delay. It's going to happen in divine timing anyway. Don't look at it like a delay. It's for you. It's the strengthening part, the enhancement in you, the resolve in you. Sit up straight. Great. Where you are. Master. Queen. King. God. Goddess. Magician. Emperor. Emperor. Hey. The magician. You have every tool that you need to do what you need to do. So anything that you don't do is because you choose not to do it. And that's the spirit is like, look, trust your gut. Look at it. Fuck what you heard. How do you feel? Okay? Write down your dreams too. Or alright, always seek Saturn's lesson and create intentions that activate the evolution in you to plant, seed, breed, manifest your alignment into this reality. It's not personal, anything that comes into your space of a place, because you're coming from a conscious space of a place. So you're co-creating. So anything that you receive that you don't like, and it doesn't mean that externally others are not going to try and they're not going to try to ruffle your feathers, or, and you know, I go to people, places, or things, or just hiccups that happen in the transition part of things. You know, you look at the bump in the road, or like the friend that gets to be revealed as foe, and the like, you know, or like, you know, tragedy, or the riots you see, or like the war that, you know, externally tries to keep you at a vibration you see of fear and attack, to be on your defense mode. Because right now, astrologically, and just, you know, like, you know, energetically, and just like what's happening, this transitioning, just feel. I don't need to say it, feel. You may not know what's freaking going on, right? Because these are ancient wonders. Okay? One of the hardest things of a Sagittarius sun, right, in Western astrology, the Scorpio sun and Vedic, right? Granted, they both are together intertwined. I get it. This time, you guys, oh, Vedic and Western are intertwined. Okay? Do as it with which you please, and be like, oh, you cannot do that. This is what I believe. Silence. Anyway. Right. One of the most like complex things for as a Sagittarius, strong Sagittarius energy, right? To let go of is the need to know. I think I created the word why. Oh yeah, my dad reminded me of that in this life. You are the child that why never ends. That'll be me, friends. Why? You always ask why. And when you think why has an end, it doesn't, my friend. It goes deeper than that. There is no end. So how can you ever really know? And this is like, you know, like dialogue conversation is very like, you want to let go of the need to know. Like, I need to know why. Yeah. So understand that. I understand the conflict, man, the resistance of the control that we need to let go and get into our flow or our growth, you know? Okay? But understand your own truth, man, so that you can rise above the illusion that is manipulated specifically to cause you confusion. Get hit with that constitution of a blasphemy. So begin to start trusting your inner being, whatever it may be for you. gonna grow. That meaning too, depending on like what you like, you know, gonna do. I just got self-conscious too, right? Spirit uses me in a good way though, right? Right. I got self-conscious, and I was about to lose all train of tunneling focus or just dry because, you know, my own feelings, because they can only get through the cracks. So believe that if you're on a mission and you like that and you here galactically too and you got things that you need to do and you know this too because you're serving a grander purpose that we may not even know, let go of the need to know and just get into your flow, and that is how you're gonna grow, and just to surrender to that space of a place and know that they're gonna attempt to get into your face. I don't know you're a ninja. Stealth. Well, most that try to suck you dry, use you, abuse you, shame you, rape you, kill you, deny you, oppress you, suppress you, hurt you, pain you, those that hurt. And so those manipulated seeds of tyranny, they're weak. Pain is no longer here for you to keep. It's to transmute it into whatever unique thing that is your purpose, to breathe seeds this new that you are creating. Of course, others won't see your vision. It's not their vision, it's yours. You are not meant to copy cat. You are meant to create the new, something to do. That's why they feed off of you. The energy of your creating. The energy of your creating is how they become abundant. So they keep you like their slave, having you feel some type of way, and then you behave savage too. You know, that's just the manipulation of the crack put into your foundation so they can screw with you over time. Because you already were born into believing lies. Why would we question that? In which we are told, sold, that's all we know. Responsible. But as everything that is, so must its opposites. That's what they say, right? There's truth anyway, the stories that we create and then choose to believe or not to believe. It's time to address every crack. I'm gonna read some more pages of dancing, right? What does family mean to you? Whom is your family and why? Is it out of pure love or conditioned obligation? Rhetorical oracles. How do the sins of the parent defect their child? What is not healed is only passed down. Cycle. Are you cycling spirit truth? If so, what is it that you're cycling? Well, we just spoke about creating new. So what are you cycling to? Where is home? Whom is home? Decorate your home. Feel at home. When are you home? Stop putting things off and get shit done. Communication is essential and key. Work on improving your time management for self-love, introspection. Give yourself time every day, and if it's not something that you're used to in any kind of way, do it. At least 3 minutes a day. You can give yourself 3 minutes. If you don't give yourself 3 minutes, at least 3 minutes of your time. And if you really want to reduce it and say, all right, I listen to someone, I give myself a minute a day. I'm so proud of you. You do what you need to do, but as long as you do, you know what I mean? It's about getting out of the energy tiring you. The suppressors and oppressors are deep. To not complete your tasks because they got you busy doing so much other shit and stressing you out too. Robbing you on your energy, that's sucky by energy too. Don't feed into the pollute. Find your strength in the creation of vortexes that exist already. Find your meaning in it. If there is madness outside your window, channel that madness into what production are you creating from that energy that is vibrating? What are you making as the very same? Or are you participating? Great. I don't know. Financial whiz evolving. Shift beliefs about money, status, and power. Get into your own tower to empower you with what you are choosing to see out of in terms of money, status, and power. Okay? And why? And why again? And then why again? And then how can you take those whys and make it your own? Start from scratch. Your meaning to these things is going to have you proceeding with your things. Yeah. Okay. That's one thing. Cancer Moon is opposite Saturn, challenging aspect that puts to test your own level up system. Now it's time for you to put into practice what has been learned and aligns with you now. Of course, the new moon aspect would appear challenging, but is it really? Or is it asking the battle to come to the plate and be less reactive to the environment and most in tune with your own rhythms and beats, okay? Moving forward against all odds. Believe, the sucky by energies, no, don't leave me. Yes, please. Right. Right. It's not being mean. Get to the space of a place that nobody even thinks that they can do that. I like that spot. Okay. The audacity to think it's gonna come. Ooh. Right. Honor your beautiful mind, body, heart, and soul. Your temples not in gold. Stop looking at gold. That's the material hold. Let's talk about this try. Okay, guys? Hey. Moving forward against all odds. And the energy right now is argumentative. Okay? So now that you're mindful of that, put a cap on it. What do you want? When I wanted to really stop being argumentative because spicy is me, and I didn't want to be that toxic energy, being so reactive to everything. You know, we all have our limits too. One push me past one because then that's not, nobody likes that. Right? But those are the rare moments that you see. That's me understanding my temperance energy. I'm very patient. So when I was not cool, I'll justify it too. Right? But we all must learn forgiveness too, even for behavior like that. Savage at that. All right. So I've been a savage in my life. So to tame that beast, I started tuning into me about how I wanted to orchestrate things. And for the things that triggered me, instead of ignoring the crap, I addressed it. Like, what's going on? Are you mad? How you feel? What's the deal? What you missing? What you need? How you feeling? Be real with yourself, please. Where does this come from? Is it from this life? What was the first instinct? Let's get through this. No more resistance. We're gonna transmute this. Right? Right? Now it's time to put into practice the things that we need, but we need to identify certain kind of conditionings of things that we may not be able to quickly identify and see because of the confusion of things, of the things that you have been conditioned to believe and see, and not even be able to identify because you need someone, right? We taught that, you know, things that we need to know in this life. See, if we saw, we have subjects told. You can take this subject, this subject, this subject, this subject, study this is what we have for you to study. Okay, how about what's not on the list? Right. Okay? So be less reactive to the external stimuli because they're here to confuse you at this time and they know the cracks that you have. So now you're in a position, now consciously see, knowing that the enemy knows your cracks, believe how they've been able to manipulate so many things. Knowledge is power, and what you use it for reveals a lot about the true dynamics of you. Just be true to empower you. Get into your truth, get into your life, because when you stand in that kind of stance, nobody can get through you at that kind of stance, even if they kill you in this life. You can't feed off of me. And building seeds, I feel exactly that kind of confident energy of knowing this kind of thing when you meet with the beast. And have a seat. And go over a few things. Right. Of course, the new moon aspect will appear challenging, but is it really? Or is it asking the body to come to the plate and be less reactive to the environment and most in tune with the rhythms and beats of your own, right? Moving forward against all odds. Energy is argumentative, combative, distracting, but you got this. Don't feed that fuel. The moment it happens, you seem like, oh, I was in a good mood, and this person want to come in and rub me the wrong way, and now I feel like I was having a great day. Trigger identifying. Get into your cosmic shrine, and that was just an example, guys. You can go a lot deeper because it's always going to be most that you get triggered by the people that mean so much to you in your life, or don't mean so much to you, but are like active opponents in your world and cause you stir trouble for you, whatever it is that got you, you know, combative. Do not participate. This is your evolutionary upgrade. to know that where there's a will, there's a way. To lead by example. By all means, I'm not saying be a sucker, and by all means, I'm not saying don't defend yourself if you need to. Okay, I'm not saying any of that. Let's go past that already. There's always gonna be that. It's how you choose to react, and that is the effect that they have on the core. Snip, snip. No, this bitch thinks she got a hold on me. Snip. Keep snipping. Cord cutting. Snip, snip. Oh, I hear the song. You really got a hold on me. Really got a hold on me. Really got a hold on me. Snip, snip. Yes, it does. Oh, what? You back in my thoughts again? I wasn't even thinking about your hair. Snip, snip. Snip, snip. Until you master your truth. So that way, no snip, snip even has to take place. Like, you can't even get in. You know what I mean? Because there is no crack in the system. I mean, crack is addressed. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, that kind of thing. And what else? New moon, stay focused, remain in your truth. Stand in your alignment, focus on your own goals, self-management, care, evolving, cancers, cancer, moon, emotional realm too. Okay. I'm no longer dismissing what feels uncomfortable. Right. Addressing our emotions. Addressing our emotions. Getting into our feelings. So that we can be dealing. It's going to be revealing how we're looking out into our landscape that we're creating, that we're growing, that we are journeying out on. Where are we going? Where are we going now? Where are we going? What seeds are we sowing? What are we growing? You are rare and free. There are not many like you. Yeah, so this is an evolution of your feeling upgrade right now, a system that is long overdue. Yeah. Saturn rewards responsibility, dedication to that responsibility. Saturn's on your side, so stop resisting, guys. Saturn acknowledges achievement with award, reward, recognition, right? Alright, so the sun is conjuncting the moon, the end of one cycle and the beginning of another 28-day cycle, which makes this great for us to put into co-creation what it is that we want to build, like doing the very things that align with us in truth. So what I mean when I say in truth, it's like time. So let's say you have degrees from another life that you're transitioning now out of in your world, but you still have to participate with it in some kind of way, whatever this may be. This can be your person, place of things, your job, this could be your relationship, this could be anything. Like, you know, you're phasing out one system that you were once in that no longer aligns with you in this realm, and you're trying to find your equilibrium, your balance again. Or it could be that you are the chosen one, the rainbow, the black sheep, the whatever, the outsider of whatever it is and wherever it is that you are, and you're like the only one in your freaking state, right? That is on this kind of elevate or whatever. And so, you know, and then you got this war going on outside, and you got this, you know, this world up in a hoorah of a system, right, that is taking place, and you have no one that you can actually physically on a daily basis like relate with, you know, connect with. And so you find stuff, you know, social media or things like that, like fine, you know, so whatever it is and wherever it is that you are on, wherever it is that you are, and even though you still have to interact, you have to deal with that as a fact. You can't, like, you know, for me to sit here and say how for you to do whatever it is that you do, because each of us are individually different. I mean, you can walk through many process that is going to do this kind of thing you have. That it gets share it and just like any of our intuitive sessions and stuff like that, but or just energy work, body work that is done, because there's so many multidimensional layers into our healing process, and whatever it is that you find yourself on, whatever path it is that it is being created with you, for you, and the leveling of connectivity that you find on your journey, that's what you're going to be resonating with, like, you know, for whatever reason, and that's how you synchronistically connect with other individuals that match that kind of frequency, vibration, energy, that whatever it is that you're seeking, growing, and doing, like, you know, seeding, evolving into, and stuff like that. So this is the transitioning system of, like, you know, the end of one cycle and the beginning of another. So you might still not be fully out of that other cycle because it's a process, right? So, like, how, if it's like that, do you create in truth? I don't know. All right, so this is gonna be a part two. I'm not continuing this part two.